wet. If you are going swimming or whatnot, you just want to make sure that your hair is dry by the time you lay your head on that pillow. Because we don't want no mold in our hair, right? So yeah, now we're in the front, and I lied, guys. I said it was gonna be 6 rows. It's really 5, okay? Because it's gonna be 3 in the front. I am lining it up slightly with the back, but you really don't have to. But I parted it from ear to ear. So this is one of those ways if you part it from ear to ear, because he has a tapered look, it will only be one braid right here. Well, just uno, just one. Um, and yeah, and you kind of have to go again by your client's perimeter of their hair, especially when it comes to rowing and the density and volume of their hair when you're trying to do the size that you want. I hope that makes sense. What you can do is beforehand, you can part out the whole head as far as rows on your client to really ensure. And then after that, the parting is easy. So that's another way. If you want to see a video like that, just let me know in the comments below and I'll get that out there for you on how to just pre-part for any type of box braids. This works as well, and there will be 3 rows at the top. And yeah, you're just going to part, and we're still doing that brick layer, okay? Still doing that brick layer. And I also want to say, when it comes to pre-parting rows, it's actually one of the best ways to do it, especially if you are a beginner braider, especially if your client has more of a moving scalp. You guys can see, again, there's 1 row on that part right there, and then it was 2, and then at the top it will be 3 rows. And I did do the other side already because it's the same thing, rinse and repeat. So you will do the same thing to the exact same side. And I hope this entire video really helped you guys. Please continue to watch, and again, if you are liking this content, just make sure you hit that thumbs up, that follow, subscribe, notification bell, share, repost, etc., so you guys can see my content. So you get to the top, since I did the other side already and you see it's 3 braids, you're just gonna match that. You're just gonna match it. Same energy, same thing. Remember, rinse and repeat. And that is pretty much how you do this entire hairstyle. You just rinse and repeating when it comes to the sides, because you want it to be identical, okay? So that is pretty much what I'm doing. And again, I would suggest too, if you are doing it on a male and they have a tapered look, I would say do the braids first and then they go and get that taper, because sometimes these barbers be just cutting in way too far, okay? Way too far. So yeah, if you want the tapered look, that's how you should do it. If you are just a girly that are copying these individuals because you're about to do some miracle knots, or you want to just wear your natural hair, this is the way to do it. So I hope this video really and truly helped you. And I'm just, again, rinse and repeating. I want you guys to comment below, like, any thoughts or questions. I do respond to all of them. So if you have any comments about what to do, what not to do, some things that have helped you, etc., just let me know in the comments below. And if you think this hairstyle is fire, just put the fire emoji in the comments below, and I would really appreciate it. And I do want to show you guys like the finishing touches that I do to this hairstyle once I've completed all of the braids. And you see I keep pushing his head the opposite way of what I'm braiding because he keeps dipping his neck off, and that can mess up your braids. So yeah, and again, I'm not being rough with him at all. Everything's just sped up. Now I'm going over it with some mousse. My favorite mousse is this Cream of Nature mousse. I like this Cream of Nature argan oil mousse because it curls up the ends of his hair. And then I like to also go over it with the moisturizer from Curls, or my other favorite brand, which is As I Am. And I like to go over his ends because it just curls it up a little bit, and it's not giving that straight blow dry look. It gives it more of like a natural look. And then I go over his scalp with this Camille Rose oil. I love this oil. It smells so good. Everything that I use smells so good. And he's not going to have to worry about moisturizing his hair for at least a week and a half, because this is all the finishing touches. Then I go over it with some Iso Plus oil sheen. I really just make sure I have it all oiled and nicely moisturized. And that's pretty much how I do the entire hairstyle when it comes to any natural hairstyle or any type of braids. But you see his ends have curled up, and here's the finished look. It turned out super nice. We brushed down his tapered look.